Figured it out. Let's give this a sec to see what happens. Come on, guys. Come on, come on. Be live, be live. All right, let me know if you can see and hear me at all, guys. This is, why should I expect anything different? Okay, so hello, everybody. I'm going to say hello real quick just to make sure if anybody wants to give me like a thumbs up or the hearts or whatever it is that you can send to let me know that you can see and hear me okay. As I think I was staring at a blank screen for a while. Okay, I see a heart floating up. All right, fantastic. Let's continue on as if I have always been here and that I know exactly what I'm doing with technology. Okay, hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Soul Pet. It is so nice to have you here. Happy Monday. Once again, I am on the road. I love to travel, and I make no apologies for that because I love to just go and travel and explore and visit people. So here I am in a different environment now. But for those of you who are new to the channel, who may be catching this for the very first time, welcome. My name is Elaine. I'm the Animal Reiki Lady, and I am an animal Reiki master, animal chaplain, animal medium, everything that has to do with animals that has led me now to being able to connect with our beautiful animal companions on the other side. And this channel is dedicated to everyone who is, no matter where you are on your journey with your animal companion, whether they are still with you and you're preparing for their transition or they've already transitioned to the Rainbow Bridge. This is a channel where you can find comfort, support, advice, and messages of love and hope from our animals on the other side. Okay, so tonight, that is really what I dedicated this to. I had a phone call earlier in the week from someone with a little with a little kitten named Meadow, and then a comment post from someone with a dog named Rambo. And those are really what inspired me. As always, I look for my inspiration from you guys. They have inspired me to do this topic tonight, where it's actually messages from our soul pets. So I have messages that I want to share. I went deep into the archives and I found some messages or some requests from viewers who had asked for messages for their animal companions that I was unable to get to. And then there's messages from you guys. So Pat, I have all your messages. Pat is going to be joining us, one of our channel members. I always give a shout out to channel members before we begin. Pat asked a series of questions. I made sure to take a screenshot as soon as I saw them because somehow they kind of evaporate into the ether. And I'm just going to try to lower my screen here because my view is always a few seconds lagging behind what you guys see. And it looks like it's still going to be that way no matter what I do. So let me just, so I gave a welcome to everybody who's watching, and I can't wait to share some cool messages. And it's going to lead into the invitation. I see some of you guys already commenting about the little workshop that I have coming up on Sunday. It's going to be a Zoom workshop for messages from the Rainbow Bridge, showing you how to be able to make the connection with your animal companion. But we're going to lead into that. And I'm going to give you even a little sample tonight of how I might use something like a book like this, Oracle of Heart Wisdom, to receive messages from our animal companions on the other side. But first, let's give a shout out to everybody who are my beautiful channel members. You know that you are welcome. Channel members, paid channel members are welcome to join that workshop free of charge. And yes, I did. I posted I created a post, members only post. It has a Zoom link in it, and I will send out another reminder next Sunday ahead of the class. So let's see. Hello to Kali. It's great to see you. Hello to Sherry. Awesome to see you too. Kathy H. Fantastic to have you here. Sharon, welcome, welcome. Who else do I have here? I said Sherry and then Kali and then Kathy H again. Okay, you guys are chit-chatting back and forth. That is fantastic. Z, hello, hello. Awesome to have you here. Dana, awesome to have you here also. And who else do I see that are my channel members that I haven't said? Oh, none in New York business. Cheryl, it's awesome to have you here too. And Donna, hello, hello. It's good to see you here. And then, because I don't like to have anybody feel excluded, now channel members get a few extra perks. With their membership, which includes like free workshops, readings. There's a couple different things. You get a nice little icon there for who you are. It points you out in green or whatever color that may be on your computer. It kind of highlights when you are a channel member. And the reason that I like to shout out channel members first is because you are the backbone of this community. You are the heart and soul of this community. When people jump on our one of these videos for the very first time and they're just looking for support or a virtual hug, which is what you'll get here. It is this beautiful community of people that offers that virtual hug and will support you no matter where you happen to be in your journey of grief and recovery and healing after the loss of an animal companion. Not that we ever fully heal or recover, but there is a way for us to rise up and rise above and begin to love again and live again. And that's where all of these beautiful messages of hope and healing lead us. But I don't like it to be exclusionary. I hate that gatekeeping thing where it makes you feel like you're not or you don't belong. So I also like to give a shout out to everybody I see who jumps on, and I recognize Jennifer. I recognize your name. And let's see who else. Anne, it is great to have you here. Hello, hello, Sarah. Hello, Sarah from Atlanta. And Charlie, it is great to have you here. And yep, there's Jennifer. It's your very first live. So there isn't anything you need to do. Excuse me. I'm in Colorado, so very dry. I'm going to take a drink. I know as the camera follows me with wherever I go, I know that can be irritating to some people, but I can't keep doing this. Excuse me. We'll keep that close by just in case I need it. So yes, we're going to talk tonight, Jennifer, um, about wait, remind me. So all the pets names, I wrote them all down. Now I do automatic writing, so when I sit down with animal companions, I put on here Jennifer's with Penny. I write everything down, and sometimes I can't even read my own writing. But first, I'm going to begin with the questions. One of our channel members is Pat, and Pat is amazing at asking questions in advance. So he always sends me a bunch of questions in advance that are related to the topic. And when he does that, 9 times out of 10, they disappear. I have no explanation for why. But today I saw them and I grabbed a screenshot of Pat's questions. So thank you, Pat, for always kicking us off to a strong start. And Pat will be watching on the replay because he does some volunteer work now on Monday nights. So let's start with I got your questions right here. Pat's first question is, I'm just gonna make sure that I a giant feather in the sky formed perfectly. Oh, I love when we get signs like that. We're gonna talk about all that. And I'm gonna spend a couple minutes at the end of this live stream explaining to you why I really am encouraging you to come to the Zoom workshop on Sunday. Now, Zoom, I'll save it till the end. I'll save it till the end. So Pat says, are the messages, I'm assuming the messages for tonight, are these messages from the past or are they new messages you have received? They're messages that I just received today, but for people's requests from the past. So I have a Gmail account that I made readformypet@gmail.com with the number 4. And I had asked people, oh gosh, it's probably been a year, maybe less than that, that I invited people to send me requests and I was doing mini readings. And then it just got overwhelming. Like I would open the mailbox and just be overwhelmed with the number of requests, which leads me to understand the importance of a channel like this. The importance of us being able to connect with our animal companions. There are so many of us who want to make that connection, who want to receive a message. Again, why I'm going to encourage anybody who wants to be able to attend this coming Sunday, October 26th, because I can show you how to get these messages and I can show you how to trust that you are receiving messages from your animal companion on the other side. And they love to talk to me. I always say this, they love to come. They love that somebody recognizes that their presence is still here. And so I receive these beautiful messages that I share with you, but they are your soul pet, and they would love to be able to share messages directly with you about the things that are important to you and your life. Pat, that's what that I think that was the answer to the question was new messages, older requests. Will you, oh, that he's going to have to watch the replay. Thank you very much because that does help the algorithm. It is, I also believe in a universal algorithm that when we all come together like this, the animal collective, and as Pat so wonderfully points out, the pet collective that's now on the other side, and our human collective here, that we are sending out into the field of all possibilities this beautiful algorithm of its own, drawing people in who need these things and who need these messages. On top of that, YouTube has an algorithm. So I should say, and somebody always says it at the very end, I should say, if you find this video helpful to you, to please like and subscribe because it really does help. It makes a huge difference in putting this video in front of people who may need this type of message. So like, subscribe, and share and comment. But you don't have to do anything. I started to say this to Jennifer. You don't have to do anything special. I would love your comments and you will find yourself completely supported here. But if all you wanted to do was watch, that is fine too. Pat says, I've been telling Logan, so Logan is Pat's animal companion on the other side, that his messages about his health and his son's health have been received. So they are working. That was one of the things that came through from Logan. It comes through for many of you, and I haven't really sat with the reason that this is yet, but many of our animal companions, my own included, Gypsy, my current animal companion who's with me in the physical, are encouraging us to do something different with nutrition, with health, with activity, with living. But they're asking us to do something different, and I think that there's a big reason behind it. I haven't quite nailed down what that is yet. I can make some intuitive guesses that they want us to I I don't know. I can't quite put all the words to it yet. That part of the reason why our animal companions leave often is due to a physical ailment. And I think they're trying to reflect back to us that we have this beautiful little costume that we have chosen to wear for this lifetime, and we're supposed to do something with it. We're supposed to care for it in a different way. Anyway, so yes, Pat, the answer has been they know loud and clear that you are taking the right steps. Has Pudge continued to help out with communicating with other past pets? More than just Pudge, there are many animals that come through. They seem to be guides for our animals that have crossed to the other side. So animals that have crossed to the other side, and for those of you who may be new to the channel, we do get a little hippy dippy here. I try to keep it as focused as possible, but I can't change the fact that I receive messages from animal companions on the other side, and it all began with my own Lucy, on the night that she crossed. And now that I receive these messages, I trust them. I trust these messages to come through. And other animal companions seem to be more skilled at it. And it's as if they are attempting to even help the other animals who have crossed to the other side be able to come through to us. So, has Pudge specifically come through? I can't say that like Pudge has jumped out as one that comes through, but you may know that I now, and I love the name Pet Collective, Pat. These beautiful animals on the other side come together almost as one. And when I meditate to receive a message, it's as if they're all come together to share these messages with me. And then, does the pet collective understand that their humans have formed a collective of their own? That is what we are here. That is amazing. We have built, I've called it the community. We are a community here, and together we are supporting each other and making a change. This is making a change in the way that, in helping people heal, and the way that people are learning to be more present for their current animal companions, and learning to heal. And this healing is creating a shift. It's creating a shift for all of us. And as a community, will we rebond on the other side? Okay. Oh, wait, there was something else that I forgot to say. As a community, will we rebond on the other side? The answer to that is 100% yes. We are all drawn here for a reason. Now, I have met one or two of people who join this community in person. I have met some of you on Zoom, but for the most part, I have not met in person anyone. But yet, don't we all feel connected here? I feel it. I feel it when I look at the comments, so I feel this beautiful connection that we have, and that means that we have come together for a reason. And will that be broken at some point? Like, I think people shift in and out of different things, but when we get to the other side, we're probably all going to be like, step up to belly up to the bar, guys, and have a little cocktail together. So I think while all of our pets gather around us, totally pet friendly place that we're going to be in. So the answer to that is yes. The other question that Pat had goes back to the very first time, and I wanted to share this. The very first question was, are the messages from the past? There is no such thing as past, present, and future. That is totally a paradigm that we have created here in order to manage our existence here. We everything centers around time. If you think about it, all the things that we say about time. I don't have enough time. What time is it? Meet you there at this time. Be at work at this time. How long does it take to get someplace? There's so much dedicated to time, and we spend a lot of time in the past when we are focused on guilt and regret. Regret is all about the past. Nothing you can do about it except forgive yourself and forgive it and let it go, because regret, there isn't a single thing you can do to change the circumstances, but you can change your perspective about it. And then the future is all about worry. Worry is only about placing yourself in the future for some future event. And there's nothing you can do about worry. You can worry yourself crazy, but there's nothing that it's going to shift. So I would say that we focus on the now. And when I receive a beautiful message like today for Jennifer, all I did was open the mailbox, read for my pet, and I let myself scroll down and I clicked on a message, and it was Jennifer's message. I trust that that message, no matter how many, I don't even know how many months ago it was, no matter when that message came in, I trust that I'm here in the now and the message that I'm receiving is a current message. Whether your animal companion passed away yesterday or last year or 10 years ago, it makes no difference. We are there for, there's no time on the other side of life. There is no, there's I believe that there's no concept of time the way that we have it here. And they have endless, also endless patience because there's no time. And they understand the time paradigm here since they've lived here with us, and they knew when it was dinner time. They knew when it was time to go to the bed, to go to bed. They knew when it was time to go for a walk. They knew about time. And so they understand that we are still trapped in this time. But if we focus on the now, that's when the messages come through. Okay, so I think that's it for Pat's questions. Great way to kick everything off about what we're going to talk about tonight. And then I have this beautiful poem that I'm going to read to you. I should have said, bring a tissue. So if you need a moment to go grab a tissue, the beautiful message that I received, let me find it here on my phone, from a wonderful woman who allowed me to connect with her kitten, Meadow. She wrote a little poem. She wrote it in conjunction with, she went to ChatGPT and asked for a little help. Help me create this beautiful message for myself that helps me remember my beautiful Meadow. And she didn't share that with me until after our call. And when I saw the content and realized how much of the message we had already shared, her and I together, it made us both cry. It gave me chills, actually. So I'm trying to find the message here so that I can go right into that. Dun, dun, dun. She sent it to me. It was like the very last thing that we shared. Okay, I know that it's here. I don't like to leave dead space, so I'm just going to keep looking for. Okay, here we go. I found it. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, there we go. It's called A Lesson from Meadow. I'll read it for you in just a minute. But I'm going to check the comments real quick. So I love to look at all of our comments here just to make sure that if there's any questions that you have that are important to you, that I get to them. Otherwise, I will check them again, either partway through the live stream or more towards the end. I see everybody saying hello to each other, and I can't wait to see all you guys on Sunday too. So channel members, I'm really looking forward to it. So super excited. Okay, good, good, good. So I'm going to move down right to Sherry's sign. I got the coolest sign. It was the only cloud in the sky, and it looked like a giant feather. Took pictures. It was after Lucy came through the night before she passed in 2005. Again, because there's no sense of time, and they have not only endless patience, they want us to know every single day that they are still connected, and they will send us signs in any way possible. So if you have not yet received a sign from your animal companion, so a couple of the new folks that I see on this evening, all you have to do is ask. All you have to do is ask and then be open to receive. And I'm going to give you a little demonstration more towards the end of the live stream tonight. but be open to receive and be open to the possibilities being in front of you everywhere. I've seen things, as you guys know, Lucy, in gold letters, big gold letters on a t-shirt that in the most unexpected place. They love to be able to use the clouds. It's an easy way for them to manipulate energy as well, without sounding too hippy dippy, even though I know it does sound that way. Clouds are energy, and they have a way from the other side of life. They have access to so many more tools than we have here. It's an easy thing for them to manipulate, and they'll manipulate it just for you. So you may see their shape clear as day in a cloud, and somebody standing right next to you may not see that same thing. So the signs are meant for you, and you will see them wherever you need to go. Angel numbers, repeating numbers like 111, 1111, 1234, whatever that number is for you. Or they just may start picking random numbers that repeat again and again and again. I think a couple of you pointed out how the number 2 shows up repeatedly, 2, 22, 222, in a phone number on the side of a taxi. They can be anywhere on a license plate. You may hear their name on a radio. You may hear a name like Lucy again and again and again. You may see something on TV. I remember, was it Logan? I'm trying to remember, Pat, if it was Logan, who they in the fuzz on TV, like changing the channel on the TV. A channel was just nothing but fuzz, and there was clearly a picture of I think it was Logan, but I don't remember that for sure. So be open to receive those messages and signs, however they may come through. And I love that beautiful feather. I've taken photos myself. I've posted them in the little post section of YouTube. There's a section for posts where I've seen the angel cloud, just clear as a bell, an angel cloud. All right, let's see what else we've got. Found a perfect white feather. Those are easy signs, and they're perfectly white, beautiful, fluffy feathers. And sometimes they float down out of nowhere. Elaine, I left a message on the community post as well. May I have a recording for the Zoom meeting, please. My phone is older and I can't connect to Zoom. Oh, Dana, yeah, absolutely. I'm going to make myself a note here just to be sure. I try to check those community posts, but I will double to make sure that I don't miss anything. But Dana, I will send you an email. I have your email. I will send you an email with the link. So, um, and then, I'm just going to say this real quickly for Jennifer and anybody else who may be watching this live stream. This is a conversation. Even though that you guys can't speak the way that I'm speaking, it's meant for us to be interactive. So I would love for you, even if it's a couple years from now, I get notices whenever comments show up on my videos, and I will try, like Jennifer, I think it was an older video, right? I try to go back. Or no, that wasn't Jennifer, that was Rambo. I try to go back and find them and comment on them for you. Of course, I was supposed to send my signs Mew Mew sent to me. Okay, that's okay. Because that's the other thing. I'm really bad at email, and I'm allowed to be bad at email because I spent 35 years in frickin' corporate where email was a constant was like an overwhelmed thing. So now that I am officially retired from corporate, I walked away from it. I can check email whenever I want, even though I try to stay on top of it. Sometimes I don't. Dad's birthday, December 22, 22 East Avenue, exit 22. Kathy R., good to see you. Those are all fun too. Penny was a Maltese, asked her to see another Maltese because you don't see them often. Later, you ran into a lady with a Maltese. Of course you did, because that's the way that it works. When we can be total, there are many who will say that was just a coincidence. But was it really? I don't believe in coincidences. I believe in co-incidence. And I steal that from Abraham Hicks, an incident that happens to correspond with something that you've been asking for. So there are no such thing as coincidences. There are synchronicities. And when we leave ourselves open to receive those synchronicities, we will see them again and again and again, day after day after day. For sure a sign. Thanks, Sherry, reinforcing that. I love it. I was so touched it lifted my soul. That's also how you know. That's also how you know that it is not just a coincidence because you feel it. You feel it. Like there are times we've gone through here. We've had comments. We've shared signs. We talk about all this stuff all the time, and sometimes it gives me goosebumps. Like from head to toe, I'll be covered in goosebumps. That alone is a sign. Even if you were to ask for a sign and the only thing you got was a chill or a little breeze or all of a sudden the goosebumps, Yes, those are signs. That is your animal companion letting you know that they are right there and that they want to be able to connect with you. Hi, Luke's mommy. How are you? Once again, Luke's mommy. Elaine forgets your name. Leslie? I don't know. You can remind me again. Um, it's just the way it is. I also make no apologies for my inability to remember everybody's names. All right, let me read this for you. This is before we get started with the readings, and then we'll move right into Jennifer's. No, we have to go Rambo first. It's going to go Meadow, then Rambo, and then Penny. Then I've got a couple more, and we'll see how everything continues to go. I tried to pick four or five, depending on how long it took me tonight. But I will share some. I will share that I think I would like to do this going forward. Um, Maybe once a month, we take one of these live streams and just dedicate it to helping people, helping us each receive messages. I haven't quite thought that through yet, but it's on my mind. So this is a lesson from Meadow. So when Meadow's mama watches this video, it will probably be on a replay when she watches this video, unless you're quietly watching right now, which a lot of people do. They just watch in the kind of on the sidelines. You are totally welcome to do that. Just because this is a live stream doesn't mean you have to comment, but you are welcome to comment. You're welcome just to jump on and say hello and then watch the rest of the live stream. A lesson from Meadow. I did not even bring my own tissues with me. Are you kidding me? Maybe I have one. I don't, but I have a little a little, okay, if I cry, I have a sock. A lesson from Meadow. This just touched my heart so much, and I want you guys to hear this because it's beautiful. Meadow, I will set the stage for you. Meadow is a kitten. Meadow is a kitten whose passing was very unexpected, whose passing was very untimely, and whose passing is what I would call, what we call traumatic. We're going to talk about trauma because there is no such thing. There's no such thing as trauma for our animal companions. It's traumatic for us, but our animal companions, I assure you, this came to me before I read Meadow's little message. You should know this and how I understand this. There was an awful wildfire in Colorado here. It was, gosh, it's been 3 years now. I can't even remember. But it was a wildfire that wiped out an entire neighborhood in one day. It was a crazy flash fire. It was just the McCallie. It was right outside of Boulder when I was still living here full time. And we there were a group of us who wanted to travel there to be able to rescue animals. We wanted to just go there, be able to rescue whatever animals may have had a difficulty, and we were turned away, which is, I understand. It was for our own safety, but we were turned away. And so I sat down in a meditation just to be able to share with them, to know that there are people out there, that they could flee, that the animals could they could leave wherever they were, that there were people everywhere looking for them, and all they had to do was approach a person, that they were free to approach a person. But then there was wildlife on top of it, so there were deer, there were also cattle, there were all the animals that were in this area. And as I sat in the meditation, I came to an immediate understanding. And it gave me chills. That's also, it's just one of the ways I know to trust my inner knowing and my intuition, is that the creator of all things, and I've shared this on many videos, that it is my understanding, it is my belief, my personal belief, that there is a creator, that there is a source of all things that would not let our animal companions suffer. And that beautiful animal companion soul is swept out of their body before they have a chance to feel the trauma. And however hippy dippy you think that sounds, I want you to sit with it for a minute. Sit with that and really take in that understanding that this beautiful divine creation that we call Earth will sweep that beautiful soul out of its body, his or her body, I shouldn't even say it, will sweep that beautiful soul out of his or her body before the trauma is experienced. And the instant that they pass to the other side, there is no memory. There's no memory of pain, no memory of trauma, no memory of tragedy. It's gone. It's just erased from their memory banks. It's like when I was little, I had an injury when I was little. That injury, it's like there, like I remember the injury, but I remember nothing else about that, about the circumstances that surround the industry, the memory. It's just a memory. So trust in that you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about. You don't have to dwell in the past about thinking of their injury. So Meadow passed in an extremely untimely way. So this is her. This is the little poem for Meadow the kitten. Meadow may have only stayed a short while, but she lived loudly, as she did. Oh my gosh. I just knew right away, as soon as I connected with Meadow's photo, that she just took joy in everything. But I digress. Meadow may have only stayed a short while, but she lived loudly with wonder and boldness. She leapt into baskets and boxes and laps and trouble. She trusted the world completely. She believed every door led to adventure, every hand was kind, every day was worth exploring. She did not live carefully, she lived fully. And in doing so, she taught me to pause, to pay attention, to protect what is small and precious, to slow down before rushing, to honor life, especially the fragile kind. Her death broke me, but her life awakened me. So I will not, uh, so I will not let her memory harden into guilt. I will let it grow into gentleness. Meadow's legacy will not be tragedy. It will be tenderness. Every time I close a door, I will do it with care. Every time I hold an animal, I will do it with reverence. Every time I see my child love something fiercely, I will remember how Meadow brought that joy into our home. She was not here long, but she mattered, and she still does. Think of all the things that were just said in that beautiful legacy from Meadow that we have talked about so frequently, that it teaches us to pause, to pay attention, to slow down, to protect what is small and what is precious, that she lived life fully. These are all the things that our animal companions want for us. They want us to trust completely. They want us to live a life full of adventure. They want us to know that every single day is worth exploring. And so that is why I wanted to read you Meadow's message with Meadow's human's permission, because it was absolutely beautiful. And of course, at the end of our beautiful session together, I was the one crying. I was the one just bawling after I read that message. So I really wanted to share it with you with permission, of course. So now let's do our readings. I'll tell you first how I do these readings. I'm just going to scroll down to, it was absolutely beautiful, Jennifer, right? It was so, like, I want it for I want that for every animal companion that crosses. I want that to be the memory that they leave. Um, but now we'll get on to our readings. So the way that I do these readings is that I usually have a picture. That's why I want to do Rambo next, because I had no picture of Rambo. Usually I ask for a photo of an animal companion, one that has them looking. They don't have to be looking at me, but I love to be able to look into their eyes. I just see something immediately. I feel a connection when I look into a photo of their eyes. And so I look at the photo and then I just close my eyes and I just lean into the feeling of them. I try to feel first what their energy is. My eyes just automatically close when I do this, even as I'm talking to you guys. I try to feel into their energy and feel what kind of energy that they had to share and what they're sharing with me. And then I ask for things through my senses. I ask if there's a message that they want to share. And then I just do a little writing. Now, if we were, these are just the briefest of messages. I have a few things to say from each animal companion. If this was going to be like a full reading, I would just write and write and write and write everything. And usually I ask for questions. So if we do like a full reading, I would ask for several questions that you might want to ask your animal companion. And then I share those answers with you. So that's how I usually do this. With Rambo, for Rambo, Rambo's human just posted a comment under an older video and asked if there was any way that they could get a message. I believe that Rambo's person is a man, but I don't know that for sure. And so I had no photo of Rambo. I didn't even request one. I just immediately sat down and asked Rambo to share the energetic feeling with me, just to have me understand who he was and to send me a message. And then for the others, I do have your picture. So I had a picture of Penny. I have a picture of Balbina. I have a picture of who's the Lulu, and then Haley. So then I got to look at their photos. But the reason I share that is because I want you to know that you can receive messages from your animal companion. You don't have to have a picture. The ways that I'm going to teach it this coming Sunday are if you have a picture. I'm also going to teach. I'm not in my home turf, so I don't have any of my own little animals things here with me. But any kind of keepsake, it's called psychometry when you can touch something and receive energetic feelings from that. But energy is everywhere. It flows to, through, and around us. It is this beautiful field of love of which we are a part, and our soul pets are connected to us heart to heart. And no matter whether they're still in their physical body or not, that connection, heart to heart, does not disappear. This energetic field, it's here. The rainbow bridge is here. And that's how the messages come through. And I really want, I want so much for everybody to be able to receive their own unique messages. So Rambo, this is I'm just going to read to you what I got from Rambo. Energetic. Energetically, the energy I received was bright, like bright sunshine, like sunshine flowing in through a window. It was so bright. That's the only word I have to describe it. Bright and loyal. That Rambo is a companion that is still guarding you, a companion that is still guarding you. And also, there's another animal in the home, Rusty, I think. Rusty is the other name. Always there. Um, and if you, oh, this was Rambo. If you just like add a letter or two, Rambo becomes rainbow. So I don't know if you actually saw a rainbow sign for Rambo's human, but that's the first thing that even before the energy, what came through was a rainbow, was the word rainbow, that Rambo is so close to rainbow. When Rambo was getting ready to cross. So this was I'm trying to remember the story that was shared, that it was just so touching, and you guys can go back and read the comment if you want. I don't remember which particular video it was under though. That he wrapped Rambo in his arms and did the hardest thing that maybe the first or second hardest thing that we would ever do, besides making the decision if we were going to assist, was to let Rambo know that it was okay, that everything, that all is well, everything was going to be fine, and that it was okay to cross to the other side, and that he looked at his face and just tried to take in every last little picture of Rambo's human's face, as if trying to remember what that face was going to look like. And I'm saying that all for a reason. So Rambo let me know that he was nervous. He wasn't afraid. He was not afraid. He was nervous, like nervous about like your first day on a new job, kind of nervous. That he was nervous about what that next step was. And then as soon as he transitioned, it was instantaneous. Instantly, he could still see your face, and that brought him a sense of joy and happiness that I can't even describe. There's no describing the sense of joy that he gave to me when he realized that the second he was out of his physical body, that your face was still so clear as a bell. It was just something important that he wanted me to share. So he suddenly realized that he could see your face clear as a bell. That came through too. And he wants you to look in the mirror. When you look in the mirror, you'll see a flash behind you. Look in the mirror, and when you're going to see something flash behind you, and that's going to be him. Um, and then he kept just showing me sunshine and movement, but more for you. So going back to what Pat had to say about our animal companions who are sharing more and more that they want us to take care of ourselves. And that's in all ways, whether it is nutrition or health or activity or just living to the best that we can be. But for you specifically, Rambo's human, I'm sorry, I don't know your name. Um, Shows me sunshine and movement, like move. I don't know what that means. Are you supposed to be, are you a runner who loves to run and stopped running? Are you, I don't know what that is, but sunshine and movement, that was his last little bit that he shared for me. So that was Rambo. So Jennifer, let's talk about Penny. So I got to look at Penny's picture, and I got to look into Penny's eyes, and oh, it was just so wonderful. And I'll tell you what I got from Penny right away. I asked for the for like an energy feeling. What does it feel like to be in your energy? And I got something interesting that was fearless, um, but like quiet courage. don't know how to describe this feeling, but a sense that she was secure. She felt very secure in her surroundings, in herself, that she didn't, there was not ever a doubt about love, about anything. She was very, very confident in herself. And for some reason that's coming through to me for you too, Jennifer. That's just coming through right now. A feeling for a sense for you to maybe allow yourself to be confident, allow yourself to move forward with confidence. We'll let that. We'll see if anything more comes up about that. Fearless, quiet courage. Um, oh, Jennifer, does anybody ever call you Jenny? I got the sense that not necessarily that there's maybe only one or two people that you allow to call you Jenny, or maybe nobody calls you Jenny, but every time that someone says the name Jenny, she wants you to think of Penny. So not just there's something about you being called Jenny that is to remind you that whenever that happens, it's because your Penny is thinking of you and calling you by the name Jenny. Um, Maybe yoga. She definitely was. She was little but protected everyone. Okay, so let me know about the Jenny thing because it's not just that it rhymed with Penny. It was something about someone calling your name Jenny. Um, and then she says, this is about her transition. She was absolutely not afraid. I'm just checking. Hi, Logan. Oh, Logan, you're the one who mentioned Rambo. Okay. So I just talked about Rambo, so you might have to scroll back if you weren't already listening to the piece that I said about Rambo. As soon as it takes, sometimes it takes like a couple hours for YouTube to process a live stream, but it will be there. And I just talked about Rambo. So Logan, welcome, welcome. It is so nice to have you here. My mom calls you Jenny Bear since I was a child. I cannot see, there's no explanation for this stuff. There is no explanation for this. Jennifer, please confirm that you and I have never met before, and I had no way of knowing that your mom calls you Jenny. So every time that you hear that, it is Penny. It's her way of letting you know that she's right there with you. So Penny says, I wasn't afraid. I was not like adamant, clear. She was not afraid. And she breathes easier now. I cannot remember, Jennifer, I don't remember the circumstances of Penny's passing, but I got that clearly. I breathe so easy now, if that means anything. Cozy blankets, cozy blankets, and that she curls up right next to you whenever you cry. So whenever you cry, maybe hold on to one of those cozy blankets. If she had cozy blankets, it's meant for you to know, put it right by your side, that she's right there with you on a cozy blanket. Whenever you cry, she's right next to you, as she always did. That was the other thing. So I have a sense that she comforted you frequently when there was emotional upset. Oh, and she said, it's my job. That's my job now, is to make sure that I'm there to be by your side, to comfort you. And I take it very seriously. That was, it was like not meant to be taken lightly. She takes this job very seriously, that she is meant to be by your side whenever you need any kind of emotional support. All you need to do is call on her, and she will be there for you. So that is our beautiful Penny's little reading. Right, Jennifer absolutely never met you or spoke before. So that's how I also know to trust these things. I'm hoping we're not going to lose too much light here. The sun has gone down, so fingers crossed I've got enough going on here. So let's do a little reading right now for Balbina. Balbina is a cat. A cat's human is Dominica. And Dominica was concerned, this is specifically, Dominica was concerned that by making a connection that um, that she would be disturbing Balbina in her heavenly realm. And so that's really what I want to share, because Balbina right away is jumping up and down like a cheerleader, shaking little pom-poms, going, no, 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 talk to me now. We are not afraid. We want you here. I mean, I could just hear this cheering going on from Balbina, saying it is not disturbing, and it is not disturbing any of our animal companions. There are soul pets, and they do not travel off to a random place. The Rainbow Bridge is not some far off distant place that our animals go to just to wait endlessly until we get there. Their energy goes into this beautiful field of love. It is a web of love. It is a veil of love. It is I don't know what to call this substance that we think is empty space, but that is so full of everything that is important to us. Their energy is right here with us, and Balbina is right there with you, um, cheering you on. That was the really biggest thing that came through from Balbina is that she is cheering you on. So, Dominica, whatever you are, whatever it is that is the focus of your life, you like go with gusto, go for it all the way, and know that you are not disturbing Balbina, and don't we are not ever disturbing our animal companions. And what was the one other thing? Oh, this is so cool. Dominica asked a question. She said right after Balbina passed, there was a dog, and so Balbina is a cat. The dog Jay always chased Balbina in a certain way, in a certain pattern to a certain room, and continued to chase her even after she had crossed. Did the same thing, like chased as if there was a cat right with Jay, chased Balbina through the house, went into Balbina's little room, and so Dominica asked, "Is that real?" Yes, it is real. So our beautiful animal companions have a way of knowing that the spirit and soul of our other soul pets is still part of the family, still here, still gets played with. They don't question it. They don't question it at all. It's often why you see a kitty cat or a dog staring off in the corner. I've witnessed it myself that I didn't see it until after I was done I was doing a demonstration video about animal Reiki, and it wasn't until I was done that I saw the dog looking off into the corner clearly, and then Dog's Human said, "Well, my other dog passed," and so clearly they were communicating. So yes, they communicate after they cross. All right, let me check any comments here. Um, it was hard to see my girl like that. She had fluid buildup in her lungs. Um, as did Winston. I don't often talk about what Winston's health concerns were, but part of it was fluid on the lungs and congestion of the heart, and it was all, yeah. So I totally understand that. And Winston, of course, crossed on his own. All right, so let's do the little reading. Let me check my time here. All right, we are good for time. This is Lulu for Shelly. Lulu is also a cat, an orange cat, and right away, now Lulu's human Shelly says that Lulu passed unexpectedly under tragic circumstances. So once again, I'll go back to that piece that tragic circumstances are just that, circumstances. The tragedy is what we remember. It is not what they remember. They don't take it with them, and they don't experience trauma the way that we think. Um, Lulu is saying she had important business to take care of. So the reason that her passing was so sudden is because there was something that she had to do. There was something she couldn't do here that she had to do from the other side. Important, that was the phrase, important business to take care of. And got cat style. I got cat style and I had to go take care of business. Tragedy and trauma do not exist. One of these cats who definitely has had, Lulu is one of these cats who's definitely had 9 lives. And not just like 9 lives. Like if we've all experienced perhaps a cat who, how did they survive that? Again and again and again. That's how we came up with the saying 9 lives. I'm getting the sense of reincarnation, that Lulu has been here many times before, that this was only one of many incarnations, and that Lulu is coming back. Lulu needed to leave, but now he's happy to come back. If you're ready, Lulu's ready. And you may already have Lulu in your home. So this was an older one. If I remember, Shelley's request might go back to months ago. So you may already have Lulu back in your home. And I get a sense that Lulu came back as a him. So if you've got another cat in your home now, and it's a him, it is Lulu. All right, last one, and then I'm going to talk to you a little bit. I'm going to give you an example of how you can get a message, and I'm going to talk to you about the workshop that I have coming up on Sunday. It's a little 2-hour thing where we can just all get together and work on how we receive messages from our animal companions. I can describe it to you as I do week after week after week, but I really, really, really want you to experience it. And it helps to be able to ask questions, right? Like, I mean, be able to ask questions, not just type out a question. And so that you can get more clarification and more clarity, and then we can interact together. And it's also a great way for our community to get to know each other. So this last reading is for Haley, and Haley is a little doggy. Reminded me very, very much. Interesting that I opened up too. Reminded me very much of Penny. And Haley's human is named Jane. And sometimes Jane shows up here on these live streams. All right, so here's what I got from Haley when I asked about the energetic connection and what it felt like. The energy was that Haley was the Betty White of dogs. A petite little lady with a strong personality, tons of attitude, and funny as heck. I was going to say funny as hell. I don't know why. I mean, sometimes I can cuss like a sailor, but I try not to on these live streams. The Betty White of dogs, petite little dog, strong personality, attitude, and funny as hell. Um, and that, oh, the question from Jane was that Haley appeared in a dream. So Haley's been gone for a while. I want to say like 5, 6 years. Appeared in a dream and allowed Jane to hold her. And was that all in her head? So was the dream actually Haley coming through, or was it Jane's wishful thinking that that she could still hold Haley in her arms again? Absolutely not wishful thinking. And if it is wishful thinking, then it's wishful thinking that happens in a way that allows our companions to come through. There are times when we create things with our thoughts. Thoughts become things. That's a whole nother topic, but our thoughts, we can use that to mold, to help create the circumstances that we want. It's why I say that signs can be co-created. We can work with our animal companions on the other side about the sign we want to receive. When they come to us in a dream, especially a dream so vivid that you remember it so clearly, holding her in your arms, it is not all in your head. It is not just imagination. It is one of the best ways that they can get through to us. Um, and oh, was it a dream that was out of desperation and hope, or was it real? Absolutely real. And I know this because of the dream that I had from Lucy. When they come through to us so clearly, there's no when you wake up in the morning and you have that like that knowing that how much you dreamt of her, then that answers the question all by itself. I know that. And I know that you know that too. Okay. Let's just check the comments here real quick, and then I'm going to do one other little reading for you, but it's going to be a little different. I just watched the part talking about Rambo. You nailed it. I feel so much better knowing he's okay and still here. And when you mentioned Rusty, I went, wow, thank you so much. Logan, you are so welcome. You are welcome on behalf of Rambo. I feel like sometimes I'm just the secretary. All I do is take the dictation as they give the messages. So I'm so happy that you were able to join, Logan. I truly, truly appreciate your feedback as well. Jennifer, Penny was in congestive heart failure. Lost my other dog, Max, and Dojo and Cheetah. A lot of heartache. And yet you'll find so much support here from everybody. We've all been through we're all on a different leg of our journey, and um, we all have different experiences, but everybody here is so willing to support you and offer a virtual hug. Okay. And yes, so I had 3 seniors. If you are guys are not familiar, so Logan or Jennifer, I may or may not have mentioned it in the video that you guys watched, that Lucy, Jack, and Winston were all seniors. My logical mind knew what I was in for, but then when Lucy and Winston crossed within a week of each other, and then it was a year later that Jack crossed, yeah. There was a lot of heartache there, but Lucy taught me how to turn that heartache into something else, and thus the SoulPet channel was born. Um, okay, then thank you, Sharon. I so appreciate that. So this is the last reading I'm going to do. So right now, Kali would still be on the floor crying. Okay, you guys, you're making me cry. Um, We have one dog and one cat left. Our dog has been very depressed. Oh, okay. You can share these messages with your dog, by the way. My Jack after Lucy and Winston went, so they were a pack, right? There's three of them. Lucy and Winston crossed within a week, and Jack went into depression. I worked with him through Reiki, through communication, animal communication, through somatic release, because sometimes they hold their sadness deep in their body. And somatic release is just like kind of a gentle massage. It's absolutely possible to work with a doggy who is depressed with grief after the passing of another animal companion. So I'm going to do this reading. I'm just going to do it at random. Right now, I'm going to do it for Cheryl. Um, that he can breathe now. Oh, yeah, yeah, absolutely. Cheryl, if you don't mind, since it just since it popped up that my name was highlighted there next to your name, so that's why I'm picking Cheryl. Don't worry, because I would do any of you guys, any of my channel members. But I want to do a reading from the 333 Oracle of Heart Wisdom. And this is something that I'm going to show. I'm going to demonstrate this on Sunday. We're going to talk about on Sunday, it's messages from the Rainbow Bridge, learn how to receive a message from your soul pet on the other side. I want to share with you some techniques that will help you get a message. So you don't have to be a medium. You don't have to use the word medium or mediumship. I dislike the word to begin with because it comes with so much baggage. There's another way to describe this connection that we still have. And by using this heart to heart connection, we can receive heartfelt messages from the energy of our animal companions who are in spirit. And I want to be able to show you how to do that. Now, one of the things that's going to happen, don't worry because it happened for me also. One of the things that's you're going to go, was that really a message that I got, or did I just make that up? Is my mind just playing tricks on me? It's perfectly human for us, especially in the world that we've been brought up in and the way that our culture has raised us. It'd be different if we were in a whole different culture that taught us about reincarnation and believing in spirits and souls on the other side. But we're not. I mean, most of us are not. So that doubt and that questioning is totally normal. So I am going to show one of the ways is that we're going to use oracle cards, not tarot, not Ouija board, not predicting the future, not calling on whatever random spirit may be floating around in the room. We are going to use this as a way of receiving a message of hope and healing that we might not otherwise trust. So what it is, this book is a wonderful book. There's just like 300 different, 333, thus the title, 333 different messages of hope and healing in this book of all kinds. There are all kinds of messages. And what we do is we might ask our animal companion, you can even say out loud, I have no idea. I just have no idea what I'm supposed to, whether I'm receiving these messages, what I'm supposed to do, how I'm supposed, I don't know. So would you please use this as a way to get through to me? As a way to get through to me. So, Cheryl, which animal companion shall we do this for? Go ahead and just pop their name in the chat there. Oh, hi, Jacqueline. After the death of my sugar, my dogs are still depressed. Maybe that is our topic for next week, because I can work with that. I can help you guys work through some of that. Cheryl, give me the name of animal companion because I can't remember it off the top of my head. Um, do. Wait, wait. Now I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. My comments must have got locked up for a second. No, no, I still don't see. Oh, Mew Mew. I have no excuses. I need something to give me to help my memory better. So Mew Mew, this is what we're gonna do tonight. So I have this little thing in here. So I'm going to take that out. I'm just going to ask Mew Mew just for whatever message that we would love to share with Ms. Nunya New York business right now, whatever that may be. And here's the thing that's going to happen, right? I know this, Mew Mew. Whatever message we pick is going to be meant for others also. It's not just, it's going to be meant for everybody. And it's going to be, some part of it is going to be meaningful to everybody who we read this for. So now I'm just going to open the book randomly, eyes closed. I don't even know all the messages that are in this book. Okay. There's two messages here, so maybe I'm meant to read them both. One is, it's called Chin Up, eyes straight ahead. So I'm sorry that I'm going to be reading from a book for this, but here's the message. So I don't like the first word in here that says savage logic. In a disturbingly common and savage logic, some like to tear others down in order to make themselves feel better about who they are. You are strong enough to overcome such lazy, mean-spirited fearfulness. This oracle argues that you will move gracefully through any negativity, leaving it behind you. Any mud being slung your way is not going to stick. Keep your sense of inner dignity intact. Do not make yourself smaller to placate somebody else's fear, hate, or anger. Take pride in who you are, be proud to be you, and to have the gift of a human life. Live your path with the full knowledge that you are meant to do so according to your own free will. Okay, chin up, eyes straight ahead. So you can let me know, Cheryl, if that had any meaning for you or if, for anybody. And then I'm going to read the one about confetti, just because I like the one that's the word that says confetti. Number 233 says confetti. Maybe you sense it, or maybe it's the last thing you imagine feeling right now. But either way, a cause for celebration is imminent. To encourage yourself to enter into the party spirit, consider how you might enter into a pleasurable state of mind. There is always so much to do, but there are also times when energy is best spent in playfulness. This is perhaps the most enjoyable task of spiritual discipline that you are ever going to be given. So if it resonates with you, why not relish it? Acknowledge the success of others with peace in your heart. Know that your own success is well deserved. And if you are still waiting for acknowledgement to come your way, this oracle confirms that you shall receive it, and perhaps sooner than you expect. Prepare to party. All right, so those are our two beautiful messages from Mew Mew. I'm going to check the comments here real quick, and then we're going to wrap it up. Um, it's a heavy load that you've been carrying. I hope this community helps to bring you back. 100. Oh, Jacqueline, thank you also so much that you're receiving peace from. It's because it's not just from me, it's from the pet collective and from this whole community that we have here. Okay, so Cheryl is laughing at me, right? Okay, fine. Pokey the black cat is still sitting on my cat's grave that I have in my garden to pay respect. I'm special and I know it. You dang straight. You are too special, none your New York business. And okay, all right, look at that. So everybody's just cheering each other on. So know that you guys are amazing. I love you so much. Thank you all for joining me. I hope that you were able to not only just find some messages of hope and healing, but to get, even no matter where you are, to take a little joy away from this, to take a little fun and a little love, knowing that you've got a community of people here to support you. I love you guys so much. For members, I will send out a reminder. Dana, I will email you a link so that you guys can jump on the Zoom call next Sunday. Anybody else, I have put a link in. I've made a community post. It's under the little tab that says posts that has a link to the class. I don't think it's on my website because my I have a brand new website, only I can't go in there and make instantaneous changes. So if anybody wants that information and you can't find it, I will make sure that it gets posted loud and clear for anybody who wants to join me next Sunday. Okay, for now, my friends, have a beautiful week. I love you guys so much. And until the next video, may animals light your way. Take care, friends. I don't know how to end this live stream anymore. There we go.